Okay. Hi everyone, I'm your fave nurse B. So today we have a very special guest, Miss Tamira. She just graduated from nursing school, just passed her boards, and she's already working as a nurse.
Yes.
She has her bachelor's, so yay! So I know you all really have been looking forward to me doing an interview with someone, so I'm super excited to be able to do this, and I feel very blessed to be able to do it with Tamira. Okay.
Thank you, girl. Thank you. Hello.
Let's get into this video. So just tell everybody a little bit about yourself. I'm gonna pull up some questions that people have been asking. So just tell them like what you were doing before nursing and like what you're doing right now.
Okay. So my name is Tamira. As you all know, before I started my nursing career, I was a dietary server, and then I was doing that while I was in nursing school. I went to a 3-year program at Chamberlain, and once I got done, I took my 2 weeks off, and you know, I passed boards and everything, and here I am now. I've been a nurse for 3 months. It's crazy.
3 months?
3 months.
Has it been that long?
Yes.
Dang, I didn't even, wow. That time went by. It seemed like you just getting into school and being done with school.
Swear.
Like that time went by. So
fast.
how much time did you spend doing your prereqs?
I spent too much time, like to the point where I had a teacher that came to me and she was like, what are you doing? She was like, you're so smart, like I always see you here, like what's your plan, like what you doing? I'm like, well, I want to go to nursing school. You know, at the time I've been at Forest Park for already 2 years taking my prereq. So she was like, let's get you out of here. So you know how like teachers just like, they can tell like, you know, teachers got that feeling like a bright student or somebody doing something. So
but need that extra push.
Yeah, she taught college prep, and I did really good in there. You know, just community college. A lot of people don't even take it serious. So I don't know. I guess she just probably wanted to ask and see, like, man, what is this girl doing? She been here for a while. Like I said, it was like 2.5 years, going on the 3rd year. Me
at Forest Park.
I think I was just kind of getting accustomed to. I was taking the class. I'm in school, getting financial aid. That's cool too. You know. I'm not gonna lie, like
I'll get there one day.
Right, I'll get there one day. But then she gave me that push. I need somebody to give me that push to get out of there.
You need to go up there like this week. As soon as you get a chance.
I need to find her.
You should. If anything, if you can't, if she's not there, try to look. She might be at a different school. Try to look up her email and just email her.
Yeah,
and like give me her picture of your graduation or something. Picture like that. Teachers need to hear, like they need to know that what they doing actually means.
I always tell everybody that same story too. It's like she just gave me that extra push, and I started looking into programs, and it was so crazy because I was going to do the year program. What is it called? At the Met Center.
Yeah, because she came to me. I think it was right before I got into the school. You was asking me about the program, and you were looking to get into it. And then you just went and decided to do your bachelor's. Yeah. So what made that decision for you? How did you make that?
Like the Med Center, I tried to get into it. I passed my test and everything. I don't think for some reason I came across as likable in my interview. Maybe I came across as like too confident, because like she was, this is my opinion, because she was like asking me about like name some times where you felt like you struggled or you was like unsure or something. I was like, I didn't have a time at that point. I didn't. And I'm thinking like, maybe
I got this.
You know what I'm saying? So maybe I'd come across as like likable or real to her. I don't know why I didn't get in, but I passed the test and everything. I didn't get in. So that's when I saw Chamberlain. I'm like, okay, no waiting list, let's go.
Okay, yeah. So that shows you all that even when it's something that you think that you should be doing, God will put you in a position that you need to be in, because she would have just went ahead and got her LPN had she got into that program, but she moved forward. That she didn't get in, so what? And she already did all the prereqs for your bachelor's program, so she just went straight and got her bachelor's.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Thank you, girl. It's crazy.
It's just that time. It's just the time just went by
so fast.
So when you got into Chamberlain, you said it was just 3-year program for you?
Yeah, and actually it would have took me only 2 years, but I failed my first nursing course. I felt so discouraged. It was actually fundamentals, and that pushed me back 5 months because they didn't offer the class again until 5 months.
Oh.
So that pushed me back, and I actually supposed to graduate in October of 2017, but I got done April of 2018.
Okay.
So it actually would have took me like 2 years.
So you've actually come across like some adversity, like that you was able to overcome it, like you just kept pushing through. Like, so what was it that just gave you that extra push? Like, okay, you know, I didn't pass. And what like kept you like, okay, I gotta do this, I'm gonna keep going?
I just think like after I cried and it hit me, I'm like, you know what, it's just life. Like everything just can't flow all the time. Sometimes you need some stops and bumps to be like, okay, you know, this is meant to happen. It might be a little harder than I thought it was, but I can still do it, you know?
Oh, yes. That That's true. That is life.
I'm telling
That's
you.
life. I mean, because so many people feel so discouraged about going into nursing. Like they, I mean, and then you do fail. I know when I was in med surge, that was the first class that I took that test and I failed the first test.
Yeah.
That was the
Med
first
surge was a
time.
beast.
I was like, wait, what? Not me.
Especially when you like high school was like so easy for you, and you was like nursing school makes you feel dumb.
You felt that way?
I mean, just to adjust into the classes for me, like you know how like I know for our school we had like, I'll give you an example, assessment 1 and assessment 2. I did way better in assessment 2 because assessment 1 is like, I don't say dumb, but it's like you don't know how to study for it. That's kind of how I felt. I didn't know. So I felt like once I knew kind of like the groove of everything, I feel like for part 2 classes I did so much better. At least for me, yeah.
So we got some questions on the YourFavNurseB Facebook group. So go ahead and join the group if you have. Did you join the group?
I don't think I did. I'm gonna join the group.
How they do you? See
I'm gonna join the group.
I see her at work every week. Yeah, join the group.
Okay.
So we got. So you said when you were in assessment 1, you didn't really know how to study for it. So what did you do to, like, what were your study tips or study techniques while in nursing school?
I would say it kind of depends on like what the teacher wants. Some teachers want you to read the book. I'm not saying don't read the book, but sometimes if you don't have to, that's kind of good. You know what I'm saying? So some teachers are like, listen to what I say, look over your PowerPoints and you'll be fine. Okay. You got those teachers, got those like, hey, I'm not giving you no tips, you're on your own.
Right.
So really
no study guide.
Me, I've always been a book reader anyway. Even when my teacher said, listen to what I say and PowerPoint's all you need, I still had to read the book. So I still did it, but like, for example, assessment, if you listen to her lecture and if you read your PowerPoints, you were fine. Like, for example, osteoporosis, she was like, just look at me. I'm an old white lady, I'm skinny. Like, that's how you gonna remember osteoporosis.
Right,
you know, just
the
simple
risk
stuff like
factors
that. The risk factors.
Yeah.
So I would definitely say you don't have to read the book page by page, but skim over anything you kind of don't know. Look at your PowerPoints and listen in class. Don't go to sleep.
That's what a lot of people slept in. Are you serious? How
Like,
much they paying for this school and they slept through class?
Exactly. I mean, some people might have to work full time. You know, you might doze off. You might be tired. You know, I'm not judging anybody, but it's just like those little things, just listening and, you know, not being on your phone. Because I'm not going to lie, like, I feel like me as a person, I changed nursing. Like, I took it more serious and got more mature. Like, when I first started, I was that girl on the phone. I'm not going to lie. I was
really?
Yeah, I was texting in class and I really paying attention. And I got my stuff together.
Real quick.
Yeah, real quick.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah.
So, seem like one of the biggest things that she's saying is that you need to learn how to adapt and adjust. Don't just, if you see it's not working, you need to switch it up.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's smart. That's
Thank
smart.
you, girl.
What did you do specifically? Like, did you do flashcards? Did you record lectures? What did you do as far as like study material?
For study material, I got this book. It's so awesome. It's like an NCLEX Saunders book edition. What is it called? It's a comprehensive NCLEX book. I think you had it in one of your videos, but I had the 7th edition. I think you had like the 6th edition. That book was so helpful. It's really helpful for med surge because it gives you ample practice questions that you can use. It goes over the same things y'all go over nursing school. So that book right there, use that book, you'll be fine.
So did you use it like after each like subject or class? Like, how did you use it?
So honestly, I didn't start using it to peds, and I saw how helpful it was. After peds, I just kept using. I used it for peds, I used it for OB, and I would use it like during the class, like for extra, like say like I'll study, like I'll go over my PowerPoints. I'm like, I want to quiz myself on postpartum, so I just do all postpartum questions, and it made studying fun. I also recommend like getting like a study group of 2 to 3 people. So I mean, I didn't do flashcards. I just did a lot of questions, PowerPoints, stuff like that the whole time. Yeah. Okay. Now flashcards I did for form. I thought that was helpful. Yeah. For form, but other than that, I wasn't like a really big flashcard person.
In pharmacology, it's like memorization. Yeah. So the flashcards do help.
It was very helpful.
Let me see.
Oh, another thing I would do, like something like I found hard, like blood flow. Like I would like record myself on my phone, like saying blood flow, and then I would like listen to it in the car, like on my way to work or something. It really helps listening to yourself. Yeah. Absolutely.
And it saved time. Because how much time do you spend driving somewhere?
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
So did you work while you were in nursing school?
I did, but I worked part-time. Thank you God for my mom.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yes, I work 3 days a week. 3 days a week, 8-hour shifts. And I feel like if you don't have to work, don't work. Work as little as you can. You know, everybody's situation is different, but that's what I recommend because you're gonna feel just you're gonna actually have time for yourself, you know, besides like studying. You'll have time to sleep and actually just breathe
to live.
to live.
But still, that's still a lot. 3 days a week, 8 hours. That's that's still a lot of time.
It is. Like, I actually felt like that was still too much, but I still did good. So,
all right, let me see.
I didn't have a life.
No life. But you made it. You made it. Someone asked, how many classes were you taking per semester? So how can you tell us like how the semesters work at Chamberlain?
So like first semester I remember taking like, because I had like maybe like just 5 more prereqs to take at the time. So I would take like a prereq online, and like your first class is like nursing 101. It's like this easy course where it was so corny. They played like this like meditation music in the background, and she was just kind of like,
nothing wrong with meditation music.
It's not, but it was just so
weird.
corny. It was so weird. Like, what is this?
Right.
And she would just like give you like advice on like what to expect in nursing courses. So when I got to my first nursing courses, it was called the trifecta, y'all. It was so scary. The trifecta was assessment, patho, and fundamentals all together. So you would take those 3 courses. You would go to class, I think, like 4 days a week. And it was so funny. So many, not so funny, but it was kind of sad. A lot of people failed the trifecta, so they stopped doing it. And they broke it up because it was too much. So at first it was going like 4 days a week. Once they broke it up,
3 classes, 4 days a week.
Because you know you have to do like lab, like your handoffs, like, you know, doing vitals. You would have to like, they'll show you the skill, and then you would have to do the skill to pass the class.
Like pass or fail.
Yeah, pass or fail. But you got like more than one try too. So yeah, like I said, when we first started, it was like 4 days a week. Then as the program went on, you would go like twice a week. And really, after I did the trifecta, you would have like 2 classes or just 1 a semester. That's how Chamberlain works. That's why the program is like a 3-year, because you got like a 4 credit hour class, so they didn't want to give you another credit hour. That's like too much, because
So how many with that trifecta? How long was that semester?
Oh, each semester is 8 weeks.
So you was supposed to complete 3 classes in 8 weeks?
In 8 weeks. Imagine the stress of that. With, at the time, they changed the curriculum at the time, we would have 3 tests and a final. That was a lot, y'all. And that's why I failed Fundies 1, because I was trying to focus on patho and assessment. And Fundies, I didn't make it.
And you were still doing your prereq, right? Or
no, I was done at that time. Like, so basically, when I first started, I only did my prereqs online. So I didn't even have to go to campus. And then my first nursing class was nursing 101.
Okay.
And then after that, then your first nursing courses was the assessment, the patho, and Fundies, which was the trifecta.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but they changed.
They changed it. So now you only have to do like 2 courses. So you can do like Fundies and patho, or you could do assessment and patho, however you kind of wanted to do it, but you only had to go twice a week. That was it.
And you see like nursing schools, it's like they see that people be messing up, and it's always changing.
It's always, when I say form, y'all, form, they did us so wrong. We had 17 chapters on each test. It's supposed to be a 16-week course, but they made it an 8-week course. Crazy.
Why?
Exactly.
And you really need pharmacology.
You really need it. And it's like, but you know what's crazy? The fact that a lot of stuff did actually stick to me. For some reason it did. I guess all that cramming.
Yeah.
But it's
like you made it. You made it work. So do you like, in your class, did you all start off together and end together?
Yeah. A lot of, it was a nice little handful.
Or was it kind of like
drizzled out? Yeah, it kind of got mixed. Like, people would fail certain courses, but you know, we would still see them around in the school. Like, they didn't like just quit nursing school altogether. Some people just couldn't handle it. They went to like a different nursing course, or they probably didn't even want to be a nurse anymore, because maybe the school was just too stressful. Like, a lot of people I talk to, they say how hard Chamberlain is. It's like one of the hardest nursing schools. It's really hard. I feel like,
and I've heard even just bachelor program in general is one of the hardest programs to complete. One of the hardest bachelor programs to complete.
Yeah. So like I said, it's
you did it, girl.
Very doable.
You did it.
Thank you. It's doable. And like I said, each semester is different. You might have to just only go once a week. It just depends on what you're taking. They really work with you. I can't say that. They work with you.
So do you feel like you had good counselors? Like, did you? Okay. What about your professors? Were you able to communicate with them a lot? Were they real busy?
No, they were very like hands-on. Like, hey, if you have any problems, like, please meet with me. Don't hesitate to email me. Like, they were. I cannot lie. They were all so supportive. Everybody.
That's good. That's really good to hear. I mean, Because it's like they sometimes they try to weed out people, and sometimes there's some teachers like you just can't communicate with them.
Yeah.
They not there for you.
Yeah.
You know, it's still a job to them. So another question is, how did you deal with stress, and how did you like manage your stress while in nursing school?
That's a good question.
Did you ever get a chance to manage your stress?
What I did was, like, after I passed every test, I would like make sure I do something fun, like after each test. So, you know, like I said, we used to have 3 tests. So after each test, I would like do something for myself. I made sure I worked out when I could. It's just like a good stress reliever. And just simple things. I don't care if you want to walk your dog, or if it's reading, just taking time and reading a book. Like, it really helped, like, having like an organized schedule. As long as I did my studying of 3 hours a day, after them 3 hours I could do whatever I had to do, whatever I wanted to do. So you
gave yourself 3 hours a day to study. So did you come up with that after studying for a while? It's okay, or did you just say, okay, 3 hours? Like, what
after studying for a while, because like I said, certain classes you don't need to do all of that studying. Like, what's the nursing course that wasn't that bad? Like, fundamentals, you don't need 3 hours of fundamentals. I would say 2 hours is good enough.
Okay.
Of fundies. It's a lot of skills, so I would read through the skills, and then like I would like stand up or something and like visualize myself doing everything. I'm like, okay, I'm done with fundies. Like, you know, just stuff like that. It just depends on what you're taking. Med surge definitely was 3 hours. Yeah, so it's like once you kind of take a few courses, you kind of see what works for you.
Okay, yeah. That's good. So you said one of the things you said you did with fundamentals is you would read over it and then you would kind of act it out.
Yeah, act it out. Like, you know, like if you're suctioning, like I want to like actually like go through the motions, you know, of
that's
everything.
Smart.
Yeah.
That's smart. Like each step.
I would set my phone up and do it. And like watch
record
myself.
Yourself?
Yeah, because you know you have the lab bag and you had everything you needed.
You had a what bag?
We had a lab bag. Remember?
All your tools was
we had all the tools.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I wanted to get them skills. I wanted to pass.
I didn't even think about that. Especially if you are a person that's a hands-on learner, tactile learner. Like
then it kind of helps going through the motion where you don't feel like I remember I would be shaking. I would be so nervous. But like if you practice and stuff, you kind of just let go of that nervous energy, because like, okay, I did this at home in my mirror. I know what to do.
And I know I did everything the right way. That's good. That's a good tip. I'm gonna use that when I get back in school.
Yes.
That's a good tip. So how did you like avoid distractions, or how did you deal with distractions, or what were some of your distractions? Social
media, like, cause like I had like a nice big size king bed. So, like I would study on my bed. I didn't like fall asleep. Like I was up. I would have my coffee. But if that phone's sitting right there, like, okay, I read this paragraph. Let me just scroll down Facebook for a minute. So I would just turn my phone off and put it away, because it was definitely anything to get me away from the book. I was like, yes, I'm gonna do it.
Right.
Yeah. So just keep your TV off, put your phone up.
So you didn't have like friends or like your boyfriend and like that wasn't a distraction?
Well, we didn't live together, so that was like helpful. And I would tell him, hey, I'm studying between this time and this time. I'm gonna see you after this. Okay.
I'll see you later, boo. I'll get this together.
Yeah.
That's good.
So that was helpful. I mean, also, you know, he was very understanding, so that was helpful. But what was a distraction, my family, they love to like have party and get together, especially at our house. So it'd be sometimes like they'll be upstairs kind of loud, but my mom did work with me like, hey, you guys, like Tamara's studying, so we can do this like maybe like after her study session, or maybe sometimes I'll go to the library and get out the house for a minute.
Okay.
So yeah, that was helpful.
Did you study at the same time each day, or did it vary?
It kind of varied, but for the most part I tried to study the same time each day.
Okay.
For the most part, yeah.
So you had a lot of structure. You made yourself a lot more. Have you always been a structured person? Or
I have. Like my planner, it's so fun. It's like my planner is like a nursing school diary. Like I would literally go back. Like I would have like, okay, like all my study worked out for like that week, like my study schedule, and then I'll put like positive affirmations like, you got this, you're gonna pass, like just little different things. It was so fun to look back in my little planners and stuff. Yeah.
That's good. Did you ever have any doubts before starting that you weren't smart enough for nursing?